Hello friends, this is Pop Rocks, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. I'm not going to edit the video really at all, I'm just going to make it to where it's not terrible quality, and we're going to get into it right now. With 2025 ending and Vendetta releasing today, actually, as I record this, I want to talk about 2026 and my predictions for at least the role distribution that we will be getting this next year, if a certain little pattern I've noticed continues. As you noticed, people have talked about how, like, there was a tank every year except for this year, and then they've broken the pattern, but that was never an official pattern, and neither is my pattern. However, it is a pattern they haven't not disputed, unlike the tank one, where they're like, no, that's just kind of how it ended up being. Because, like, 2024, we got Hazard, 2025 we didn't get anybody, 2023 we got Malga, and then obviously 2022 we got Drunken Queen on release, and then Ramatra right after. I'm not going to be talking about 2023, but I will touch up on all of the hero releases for Overwatch 2 and break it down and why it supports my little theory of a pattern. Even though 2022 is irrelevant, I will talk about it anyway. On release, we got Drunken Queen, Kiriko, and Sojourn, and that is a tank, support, and DPS in that order. And then December 6th of 2022, we got Ramatra, who is also a tank. So that's 4 characters. This is the only time I think in Overwatch history, aside from, of course, launch day, that there's been more than 3 characters in a season, in a year. So that's pretty neat. I don't know what the release schedule was like for Overwatch 1, but I imagine it was similar, maybe less often, but that's all I can really say on that, because I didn't play. Then in 2023, we got Lifeweaver, Alari, and Malga in that order, so 2 supports and a tank. Then in 2024, we got Venture, Juno, and Hazard, a DPS, support, and tank in that order. And then this season, we got Freya, Wu Young, Vendetta, a DPS, support, and another DPS in that order. Now, if you can't notice the pattern I've laid out for you, I will tell you it right now, so that way it's a little more obvious. In 2023, we had 1 tank, 0 DPS, and 2 support. In 2024, we had 1 DPS, 1 tank, 1 support. And then in 2025, we had 2 DPS and 1 support. Now, this is where the pattern comes in. If you should have noticed it now, it is that since launch, we got it was some combo of a 1-2-0. So whether it be 0 DPS, 0 support, 0 tank, whatever, we've always gotten a 1-2-0. And then right after, we got a 1-1-1. And so we just ended a 0-2-1 for tank DPS support in 2025. So my prediction is 2026, we will be getting a tank, DPS, and support. Now, obviously, there is a little thing here where we could see it be different, because they did say something about Vendetta being pushed up, and we don't know how many characters were supposed to come before Vendetta, so it could have been this next character that was supposed to be Hero 45 got swapped out for Vendetta, or vice versa, or 74, you never know. But yeah, it's just neat to think about that there is a pattern of 2-1. It was a 0-2-1, then 1-1-1, 0-2-1, 1-1-1, 0-2-1, 1-1-1, some type of 0-2-1. So potentially 2026 is looking at a 1-1-1 year, and then 2027 is looking at a 2-0-1. And my prediction is, if this pattern continues and we get a 1-1-1 year next year, I'm predicting that we're getting 2 tanks in 2027. So yeah, let me know what you think. Also, I'm hoping for a tank at the beginning of next year. Season 22 is going to be a tank. Female tank would be pretty cool, but I don't know if we're really set up for anyone like that. Currently, the working theory is that person in Helix Security via Power Keg Mine in Watchpoint Grand Mesa is going to be a tank, and people are thinking Emre, which, hey, if it's Emre, sick. I hope they body mod the fuck out of him though. So he's Emre, but he doesn't look like what some people expect Emre to look like. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. I'm not going to go on those. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.